Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And coming up with an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Kareem Hunt, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen, he gets it to Cooks. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not even tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Here's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Allen. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll find Lindsey here. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A throw taken in by Hamilton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now is Locke. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locke going to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man here is Hamilton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The end result, 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great...
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
McManus now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What's it? Ready? Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go.
They'll try to draw Lindsay. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On third and long, it's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Lock now on first down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing on first down is Locke. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Locke, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on second down. Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And that is incomplete here.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Drake. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Greystone, travel. Let's get off the field.
Now to the air, Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This is Hunt. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
To my eyes, just... me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Set, ready, 50, plant. 49. Oh, yeah. 6-6, bullet high. Hey, Jet, lead grip.
Lock now on first down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132-5.
Now Locke. He completes this to Sutton. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
49. General West. 49. 5.
Locke looks to throw it again. Stepping, touchdown, Broncos.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Allen to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. And again, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And the grab by Croft. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Denver, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.